want to find out the kind of misinformation that you've come across and how they are being spread around. So when we talk about misinformation, we are talking about information that may be false, being spread around by whoever for whatever intentions that they have. It could be lies, it could be fake news. What have you come across?
What I've seen is that social media has become a tool which has become weaponized. There was this social media content that came out, which UTV came to deny that it wasn't from their end.
Okay.
The same thing with City. They came out to deny it wasn't from their end. You understand?
We have seen a lot of fake news.
It is happening. It's being used as a tool. You know, Ghanaians have a way of like believing certain news. Hey, without really investigate, is it true or not true? You understand? So when people are not becoming discerning, that's where the problem then begins.
These political parties, they are people who are following them miscommunicating what is supposed to be communicated. Not necessarily the media. You can actually have an encounter with another political party person, and the person is telling you absolutely different from what you are actually seeing. So misinformation is something I think they actually use it as a tool to get another person or another political party defamed.
For one reason, I would say yes, it's destroying the country to some extent, because sometimes when you look at some of these memes that people post, I mean, I remember I quite saw a meme of Napo sitting, I don't know if he had his eyes closed or something. People put out there that he was sleeping during the campaign. I mean, who does that?
We don't know if it's true.
We don't know if it's true or not. Probably maybe he was looking on his phone or something, because it wasn't a complete photo. It was just a portion of it with his eyes sort of closed. Now people are misinforming others that he was sleeping during campaign. So I think it's something that we need to look at.
I mean, majority of Ghanaians believe that politicians tell lies. Don't you think that they are essentially saying all these things just to get conversations going?
They are
controversial
political
things,
animals.
Just to get people talking about them and they get their numbers.
Yes. In politics in general, there are ways, there are sweet talks. There are certain things you say you actually know you can't do, but you have to say them. You can't go to a place where what's the name? We are facing light issue, and you tell me I'm coming to do road.
So we should.
So he will also come and tell you want light. I'll give you light, and they will actually buy into it. We are going into an election. Misinformation can lead to violence, and we've had instances of that across the continent.
It can. To regulate or not to regulate, it is a thin line.
So how do we find the balance?
It's a very thin line.
What do you have to do? Do we leave it like that, or?
It's a very thin line, my brother. It's serious.
Because we have a situation where misinformation can cause us more trouble. But even if we regulate it, there are challenges there as well. Like you're saying, government can say, well, you are spreading misinformation because what you're spreading doesn't make us look good. And they take it down. So people don't get access to the truth.
You see?
So how do we weigh that and find a balance?
And my addition. How many people get involved in violent attack, if not on social media itself? Because you see people going back and forth, but still on social media.
Okay. But do we wait for it to get violent before we decide to make a decision on it?
And I'm saying
it's an election year, and we've all realized how tense the situation is. Maybe something could come out of it.
Something can actually happen.
Yes.
Something might happen. But we are praying something doesn't happen.
Regulating it will be a big issue, because in the first place, I didn't register for my social media account with my Ghana card. So if I write Yamansa as my name on social media, if it's not for my computer IP address, how are you going to know it's me?
So we are regulating the thing you're posting, not you.
What I posted, it still won't work.
We've had a very interesting conversation with our very young people here today, and we are about to end, but we want to take their last statements. What is their take on Ghana? Are we going in the right directions? What is the economy? What is their take going into the elections?
I would say that going forward, the youth should stand up and be involved in politic making. So now the youth should be able to get involved and know that it is their future that is at stake here. So if they don't get involved and let's decide that, say elderly people of no conscience to decide for them, there'll be a problem.
Okay.
To add to what he's saying, it's true. With the youth, you need to stand up because you meet a youth and the person will be like, this, me, I'm not voting. And if you don't vote, the person you don't want to come to power is the one who is going to come to power and destroy your future. Whilst you are sitting at home, demanding for money to vote or saying all of them they are the same. You know who is good and you know who is bad. So you have the right to go and vote for your future, not for anybody else, but your future.
I think it's time for us we the youth to come out and then let our leaders know that we know our right from our left, in a sense that whatever information that they are giving us, those information can benefit us or not. If it cannot benefit us, then we take away from this. We should stop them from doing it. We should also come out to let them understand that politics is not for yourself only, but for the nation, something that you can do for the nation to benefit.
Okay.
Looking at the current state of the country, the young people who are supposed to build the country are rather running to other countries to build those countries.
Okay.
Why? Because the economy is bad. So the rest of us who can't run away and are still here till December 7th, let's decide.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we should, on that day, we should all make it a point to come to the voting place and then we should vote. We shouldn't say we don't know who we want to vote, or if I vote or nothing will come out of it. We should just go and vote. Just make a decision before that day.
What I can add up to is the current state of the current situation of the country is very bad. Looking at the economic challenges we are facing, and if we are actually going to just vote for people because they are belonging to our political parties or they are belonging to my ethnic group or my tribal something, then I don't think we are actually going to go far with the country. And as we are advocating for peace and we are advocating for a good leadership, we should also advocate for one policy where we don't have to have people come and deceive us with their policy, but they are actually coming to give us a way how we are achieving this one policy we all have.
We just finished the conversation on the University of Ghana campus with young people seeking their views on issues of elections, democracy, as we are in the Democracy Month, and we also have an election coming up on December 7th. The key takeaway from the discussion is that they believe that we need to have a national policy that has a bottom-up approach, not a top-down approach. So the interests of the people must be prioritized. And they also indicated that we have to do away with tribal politics so that we are able to have a democracy that works for all and not just a select few. I have been your host for the people. My name is Daniel Salome. Thank you for watching and share your views.